Can I get chicken breast, just grilled chicken breast? No butter, no salt, just plain grilled. Sweet potato, just plain.
Okay.
And can I get a salad to start?
Sure.
No cheese, no crouton.
The bodybuilding lifestyle requires quite a bit of consistency in the gym, in the posing room, and most importantly, in the kitchen.
Yeah, big this boy is, he live on that food.
We all know that nutrition is key, but what happens when you aren't in total control? Do you just go crazy and eat whatever you want? Or not eat at all? No, you stick to your plan and work with restaurants to make that happen. Politely, of course. Today we're going to be sharing some of the ways pro athletes we film stay on track with their diets. So we're going to start out with meal 1, breakfast. Not a popular meal that we film out at restaurants, however, we have done it in the past. Come to think of it, I think the only times we filmed bodybuilders eat at restaurants were in Canada, and they were both cheat meals. So let's move to the actual time a bodybuilder was out of their house, out of their kitchen, and stayed on plan.
Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Can I ask you one random question? Do you have some sugar-free pancake syrup that I can borrow, please? Thank you so much.
I think that was the most polite way I've ever seen someone ask for maple syrup. No, this video was epic because Brent was a few weeks out and they brought literally everything that they have in their kitchen to their hotel room. A ton of extra work, but proof that you can stay on track while traveling. It just takes a ton of planning, a lot of patience, and a tolerance to having a hotel room that might smell like grilled chicken, rice, and greens.
My meal 1 is 2.5 cups of egg whites, a handful of spinach. I really don't know how many grams or spinach will use. If you're really that crazy and count spinach, then probably this video isn't for you. 2 tablespoons of almond butter, which is 32 grams weighed out. And we did 1.5 packets of sugar-free maple syrup on this bad boy. So we're gonna enjoy and we're gonna head on with our day.
So we're gonna take this back to 2021 when we filmed with Seth Feroce. Now, Seth's an entrepreneur as well as a former IFBB pro, and he knows a thing or two about how to stay on diet no matter where he is. This video is awesome because Seth drops some great knowledge as to how to order and stay on track at a restaurant, but also just shows you how to not be a total jerk when doing it.
2 Cajun chicken breasts on a plate with a plain baked potato. Hot sauce on the side and ketchup on the side. Whenever you're traveling, things aren't going to always be as perfect as possible, but if they have grilled chicken on the menu, you can ask for just plain, you can just add grilled chicken on a plate, like I just did. So I usually get 2 grilled chicken breasts on a plate with a baked potato. If they have a baked potato, more than likely they can get it plain. Don't be afraid to ask them questions about their menu and how things are made. Just when you do it, don't be an asshole. Don't sound like a meathead dickhead. Be considerate, understand that they have a way of doing things, and you and how special you are with how perfect your diet needs to be mindful of it. So just be considerate of how they do things. I know what I like to eat is a very steady, clean diet. And then whenever I want to treat myself, I treat myself. I don't make it a big, huge extravaganza. I eat clean, I eat for functionality and overall health of the body. And me personally, I always over order. That way I can take it home with me, eat it later, or order double, whatever it may be.
Now, this video wins the award for fighting the most temptations. We are literally at Brother Bruno's Pizza, the cheat meal headquarters, with the most calorically dense pizza I've ever personally seen. In this video, Akim was actually in prep, but still was really adamant about taking us to this restaurant.
And after a show, this is the place to go. One of my favorite places to go after doing a competition. So follow me in.
We got some crazy stuffed pizzas. We have breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. We have crazy dessert pies we ship throughout the entire country. We have all the IFBB pros coming to eat all the time. Crumbled Oreos on top of the Cookie Monster and on top of the Slutty Brown. So we're gonna drizzle some Nutella on the Cookie Monster. And we're gonna use our homemade icing on the Slutty Brownie. Some powdered sugar. Akim's actually gonna get some healthy stuff today. He's gonna get a grilled chicken, sweet potato, and broccoli platter. So we do the cheat meals and we also have the healthy end too.
I gotta keep eating clean, you know, I'm 6.5 weeks out, so I can't eat any dessert pies.
I think one of the most important parts of this video is the fact that while this may be the cheat meal headquarters, they still have food that caters towards healthier lifestyles. Therefore, don't rule out a restaurant for not having food on your plan just because of the name or the menu. You may be surprised at what they can do to accommodate you if you ask politely.
All right, guys, so you can see, perfectly clean meal, you know, some broccoli, grilled chicken, and some sweet potatoes. So just finished training back, got a clean meal, about to chow down on this.
Now, I'm not saying that every restaurant is going to be able to accommodate the typical bodybuilding meal plan. However, most cuisines can cater. You just have to look at the menu and choose wisely.
You want to always make sure that you ask questions, you know, ask them what kind of oil they use to, you know, make the vegetables, or what kind of oil they use to make the steak and stuff like that. If there's any butter on the steak and stuff like that. So if you can get it as plain as possible, you know, then you can eat it. But a lot of these places, you know, they cook everything in a bulk, so they don't really like make everything fresh, you know. And sometimes that batch I might have butter and stuff like that, so it's really hard to eat out if you're trying to eat clean.
This was a really cool full day of eating we did with Joshua Manoi during his off season in California. I think one of the most memorable parts of this shoot was getting to go to Gold's Gym Venice and film in one of the most iconic gyms, and then afterwards going to the Firehouse, which to me is one of the original bodybuilding friendly restaurants in the game.
Obviously it's a sunny day in Venice. We finished the arm workout. Right now we're outside of Firehouse, the Firehouse restaurant. We're still in Venice, we actually walked here. And this is very bodybuilder friendly. I've been here a few times before. I will have the Bob Bowl.
Bob Bowl.
Yes, sir, the 12-ounce Angus steak.
White rice, brown rice.
I'll take whites, please.
White rice.
Yes, sir.
Steak medium.
Yes, sir, please.
Onions, bell peppers, okay?
Don't really like onions too much, but
Easy
I'm not gonna be
onions.
picky today. No, let's get the onions in
okay.
there.
Do you like to add the mushroom, spinach, broccoli?
Does it come with that?
You can add it if you like.
I'll do without it.
No.
No.
Got it. Onions and peppers only.
Yes, sir, thank you.
What?
Because typically I'm not eating this every day for my prep. But it is healthy, that's the only reason I went with it. So seeing as though it's 12 ounces of Angus beef, Angus steak, I'm gonna plug in those numbers, see how many grams of protein that is, whatever it equates to. And I remember last time I was here, they do give you a shit ton of rice. That's LA.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
go. Dude, he turns into a different person. That's my cameraman. That's Jake the Great. They give you quite a bit of rice. I feel like it's that way for everywhere, even Chipotle. Like everyone always just heavy hands the shit out of the carbs and goes like rationing and bird food on the protein. But I mean, at least he was on my side. He was trying to give me triple the protein. But yeah, so we'll figure out how much the macros are, and I'll just plug that into the prep, see what it gets out to. Either way, the more I eat, the better, because I'm on a bulk and it's lean. So I'll still be lean, I'll still be vascular, still have the shreds. I'm not worried, I'm not tripping. What we got here, 12 ounces, Angus steak, medium. White rice, he said about a cup and a half. It looks like a damn cup and a half. Plenty of bell peppers in here, these onions, and I hate onions, but it looks like they seasoned them to perfection, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm expecting this to be really good. Yeah, so this is meal number 3. I'm ready to tear into this thing.
While there's plenty of healthy options now at restaurants, this really wasn't the case 5-10 years ago. The Firehouse always had high protein bodybuilding friendly food options, which makes it a staple to sticking to the plan. We're gonna close this video out with one of my personal favorite full day of eatings, and that's with Victor Martinez. We filmed this all around New York, and it's definitely a shoot to remember, not only for the great personality Victor has, but also for the great food he orders.
Eva's
is, I would have to say, one of the first health food restaurants in New York City, because it was established in 1978. And I doubt there was a single health food restaurant in the city back then. So it was founded by Alex and Steve, brothers. Whole family's been running it for years. Gracias, ¿no? Lo mismo para mí. It's chicken, rice, little pasta, and some lentil soup. You know, just a little lentil soup. You know, I gotta have a little lentil soup. And Eva doesn't cook with oil or salt, so I always put my 1 gram of salt on my food. It's gotta have the salt, you know. And dinner is served. You know? Let's get it on and chow down.
All right, guys, so there you have it. Video proof that you can stay on your diet plan while eating at restaurants. My name is Dan with Muscle and Strength. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe below.